Hello, welcome. All right. Hello, hello, Tammy, Corey. Nice to see you here. And hello, Allison. Welcome. Thank you for joining me live on Fireside. I am really, really excited to share with everybody about meaningful messengers. This is a model that I have been developing over the past few years. I've been really inquiring about how can we share things that are positive. How can we help more people to overcome their challenges when there's so much messaging coming at us all the time about what's wrong and what to rise up against and what to be angry about? And to me, this is just not something that's a positive or helpful experience to be bombarded with messages that are um, that which we don't want. And so I am super, super excited to have developed this and to be debuting it on Fireside. So, for everybody that's joining me on Fireside, thank you so much for being here. And if you're listening to the replay, either on the podcast or anywhere else, even here on Fireside, thank you for your time, your attention. It means so very much to me. I do not take it lightly. And so I'm going to make this announcement this evening quite brief because more than anything, it's really just an overview about what this is so you can figure out is it something worth tuning into for you or not. Um, so, who is this program for, this series? It is for anybody, whether you have ever been a content creator or not, whether you have ever thought to write a book or not, whether you have ever been a speaker or not. If you feel like there's something in your heart and something in your soul that is meant to come out of you, if you feel like you have not yet arrived at the realization of your greatest purpose and you are ready to step into that, step into more of the messenger, the broader, wider messenger, then that is what I'm here to help you do. And so, yeah, this is if you're already a creator, you feel great, you're doing great, you don't have any issues around getting your voice heard, you don't have any conflict, this is probably not a show that is going to benefit you. But if you are already a creator, if you already are a speaker, if you're already a thought leader, and you've been seeing, if you've been having frustration, this is going on for a lot of folks I know who prior to COVID, prior to 2020, were leading in their industry and really were making such a difference and helping people. And since then, they've been frustrated by changes that they can't really understand, can't really explain, and it feels very heavy, and they feel their heart hurts. And so for those folks, if you're feeling like there's something more, this is for you as well. You don't have to have any experience as a podcaster, as a broadcaster, as a live streamer, as a writer, as any sort of content creator. But if you do, then hey, this will be a great opportunity for you as well. So let's talk about what is coming up on Meaningful Messengers. I've got the first 5 episodes kind of loosely scripted and not scripted. Everything is the way I go is very intentional and go with the flow. And so I will share with you in just a moment what the first five topics are that we're going to cover on the Meaningful Messenger series. And the neat thing is, if you are joining in the Fireside app, then after each session, essentially after each share, you're going to be welcome to ask questions. I'm going to do as much Q&A as there are people queuing. I'll be Aing. So we can really work through your ideas and how to bring your ideas to life in the most joy filled, easiest, um, meaningful way. So definitely, I'm super excited to be doing this on Fireside for the first time. It's been a while since I have done these sort of things, and in the past, most of the workshops have been in for paid clients, and so this is just I'm super excited because I believe that everybody who has something that they want to share should be able to do that. And so I love helping provide resources, and this app Fireside, I love what these guys are developing. Unfortunately, if you're an Android user, the app isn't quite here for you, but if you have an iOS device, go ahead to the App Store, get the Fireside Chat app, and come on over and follow me. If you do not have an iOS device, you can still live stream the program in real time by going to firesidechat.com/Nicole Holland. That's NicoleHolland. And if you follow me, you'll be able to get notified of all upcoming shows, both for the Meaningful Messengers program as well as for other series that I put out. And I love interacting. Oh, Brian, hello. Oh, wow, we've got a whole bunch of people here. Brian, Milana, Debbie, Marlita, hello. Thank you for coming. Allison again, and Corey. So great to see everybody here. Um, so yeah, if you come live through Fireside to any of the sessions, you'll be able to ask questions in real time. If you're not here live, you can still stream it and you can still follow up with me off of Fireside. But yeah, this is really I love Fireside. They've got such a great idea, and they are working very hard at making this accessible to everybody. And so anybody who has something meaningful to share, they're very concerned with making sure this is positive programming, which is something that is so near and dear to my heart. So all right. Anyways, where am I? Let's see. I got my schedule. All right. So basically, um, what I've got so far is I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this at the same time every day for the next 5 days. So 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 Pacific. We'll see how this goes. And oh, that's what I was going to say before. It's interactive, and so I always love to receive feedback from folks who join me. And if there's anything that you feel like, hey, Nicole, what about this? What about that? I got a question. I'd love to get Sonia, hello. Oh, I love seeing familiar faces. Oh, so lovely to see you guys again. Um, yeah, if you ever feel like, hey Nicole, can you cover this? Can you cover that? Do not hesitate to reach out and let me know. Brian's been very interactive, which has been so much fun. I eat the stuff up. So the more you share with me about what it is that you're looking for, the more I can support you in finding that. So, what we're going to talk about tomorrow is, what do you want to tell the world? What is that deep message, that really important thing in your soul that you want to speak into life? What is it that you're here for? Um, some people already know. Some people know there's something, but they haven't really figured it out yet. And so tomorrow we're going to go into that. On Monday, we're going to talk about who cares what you have to say. So, right now, in this current landscape, people are really, hmm, people are really focusing on their own voice. And this is a message that's been coming through the airways and coming through the gurus for quite some time. And the problem with it is the idea of us, one person, that we are important and so important that we have to be heard and our voice matters and all of that. There's some stuff I'd love to talk with you about on Monday about that from a broader perspective. And so when we talk about who cares what you have to say, I want to really have you reflect upon who are the people that you desire to support. What is it that your message that we'll discuss on Monday, who are the people that are actually looking to learn from you? Because when we go out there and we say, okay, well, I have something important to say, so here it is, we are just noise, right? And there's so much noise out there. People know what they want. Well, sometimes they don't, but they know what they're going to tune into. And generally, it's the loudest message that's familiar, right? So if you are trying to get heard because your voice matters, but you're not a celebrity, or you don't already have a platform, then it's very common that in this day and age, people dismiss you as not of value. And so we're going to flip that on its head. We're going to make sure that you are able to really connect with the people who care about what you have to say. And you are going to be able to lead them to the destination that you are so passionate about helping them get to, right? On Tuesday, we're going to talk all about value. There's I have got this little, from a copywriting perspective, I made a note, are you a martyr or a thief? Um, there's a lot of people who have messages and who have programs that, again, it goes back to that importance, that sense of importance. And some people feel like they've got to save the world, and they take on sort of a martyr complex. And then there's some people who are looking at opportunity from the perspective of taking from the world, right? So, ooh, here's a opportunity to capitalize on. And so both of these personas, the martyr and the thief, it's it's not difficult to fall into them, even though you don't mean to. And so we'll really talk about that on Tuesday, and we'll look at how can we stay clean and make sure that what we're sharing is all about the value, and we're not causing harm in any way. We're helping. On Wednesday, I'm going to share with you about my model called Podcasting Goldmine. This is a model I developed a number of years back, and it's all about how to create a podcast or any kind of broadcast. It doesn't just have to be a podcast, it can be a video, it can be even writing, it can be a journal, it can be a blog. But the Podcasting Goldmine concept, the model, is all about understanding what we're going to cover in the previous days. So, what do you want to tell the world? Who cares what you have to say? Making sure there is true value in what you're sharing. And then how we can take that all and strategically design a process to take people through that leads them from curiosity to conversion. So, where they go, okay, I've got this query or I've got this struggle that I want to overcome. They find you, they learn from you, they receive value, and they want to give value back. And so that's in a nutshell, that's the podcast goldmine model. And then on Thursday, we're going to dive from podcast goldmine model into how to leverage Fireside to execute on that. Because again, I'm just so excited about what the folks from Fireside are creating here. This opportunity to really build your own community of people who who value you and who want to learn from you, and to be able to bring them on a journey with you without any without any, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? um it's late. um, Without any barrier to entry, right? So, again, right now it is just available on iOS. But if you're here with me live in the studio, obviously you have an iOS. And for folks who don't, I'm really, really hopeful. I don't know what the schedule is behind the scenes, but I'm really hopeful that the Android app will be available soon. As with any app, it really is almost always iOS first, unless a developer is really hell bent on getting it on Android. So I'm not sure again what that is, but even if you're coming to hear either through my podcast or you're live streaming and you don't have iOS, you're still going to get so much value from our Thursday call about leveraging Fireside, and you're going to be so much more ahead of the game when the app does come to Android. And for anybody on iOS, you're going to love this. You're going to love this so much. And yeah, and then I'm going to take a little break because I want to get your feedback. I want to see how you folks are enjoying it, where the progress is, what else is needed, and then we'll schedule future episodes. So, if anybody has any questions about this particular topic, I don't want to stay on too late because I did want to keep this short, but hit that button and request to speak if you have a question about meaningful messengers and the series about what's to come. And yes, again, I just want to say if you are listening elsewhere, you can follow my Fireside channel at firesidechat.com/Nicole Holland. And Brian, I love you so much. Thank you for requesting to speak. What have you got for me?
Well, hi, Nicole. Um, I think this is very exciting. Um, this idea of meaningful messengers and uh, creating content that matters. And as you're, as you've told me a number of times already, stuff that you don't even have to think about apologizing for because it's truly uh, what it is that you bring to the world with your gifts. And I just say that, it's being unapologetically you.
Oh, I love that. I love
Yes.
it. Yes. Thank you, Brian. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And I see Tracy's joined us. And again, thank you. Um, any final questions before I wrap up? Give it just another moment. All right. Well, thank you all for being here. And I hope to be with you again tomorrow, same time, same place. And we'll dive into. Where's my little note? I just told you, and then I'm put it away. Okay, yeah, tomorrow we're going to talk about what do you want to tell the world. Definitely also, if you guys know of anyone, if you have any friends that have been talking about maybe starting a podcast, talking about starting a live stream, been talking about wanting to share their gifts. It does not matter what somebody's passions are. We're going to dive into how to apply in really, really easy to follow steps. Because I think not I think, I know, because I've been in this industry since 2015. And what a lot of people will say is that they are going to. Oh yes, I'm working on it. Oh yes, I'm doing this. Well, I tell you what, I know some people who've been telling me the same thing for 5 years and they haven't done it. And it really does not have to be that difficult. It really can be as simple as it really can be very simple. And when you know what to do and you know that you have the support to do it and you don't have to be afraid, then um it's just fun. It's fun. It really is. And so Marlita wrote, so excited for all this. Yay! Meant to be that you ended up here. Absolutely. You know what, Marlita? I think everything happens in divine timing exactly as it's meant to. And so I know that anybody who ever passes my way, crosses paths with me, whether in the real world or in virtual world, I always get so much from our interactions. So thank you so much for being here. All right. I see Jason, you came in late too. Hey, catch the replay. I'm about to go. I'm learning these little signals, so it looks like Marlita might be typing something. Is that what it is, Brian, when there's the cloud there? Brian's my expert firesider.
Yes, yes, that's what that means. The cloud means that somebody has to a written message in the chat.
Awesome. All right. So we'll check out what Marlita has. And then if nobody else has any questions, um, you know what? While she's typing, I'll just assuming she's typing. I don't know. Maybe she's not typing. Um, I know sometimes I'll start typing. Sometimes I'll message Tracy and I start typing, and then I'm like, "Oh, squirrel!" And just, so maybe the three dots go for a little bit, and then they disappear. So, just to recap, what the first 5 episodes of or sessions or whatever we want to call it for meaningful messengers tomorrow, Sunday, same time, same place. That's 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 Pacific. We're going to be talking about what do you want to tell the world. So talking about what your message is that you have to share. We're going to talk on Monday about who cares what you have to say, how to really understand who the audience is that's already looking for you. That's such a key thing. It makes things so much easier to be speaking to people who already want to hear you rather than trying to convince anybody that you're important or that what you have to say is important. On Tuesday, it's all about the value. We're going to be talking about are you a martyr or a thief, and making sure that we stay clean in our content so that we are always providing value and we are not taking in an unethical way accidentally. And on Wednesday, Podcasting Goldmine, that is my model for how to take curious people through a process of getting to know you and getting to learn from you and getting to value you and becoming your tribe, your whatever it is that you're looking to create. These are the people who you really want to focus on because they show up for you, right, Brian? Right, Tracy? Right, Sonia? Um, and so then on Thursday, it's all about leveraging Fireside, how to use this amazing platform to speak your message, to get heard, and to um, and to get fulfilled. That's what it's all about, right? To feel fulfilled. So, okay. Uh, Merlita says, "Oops, sorry, I'm just figuring out how this works." Honey, me too. Me too. I'm only, I think, like 2 weeks on here now, and I, I could not figure out how to text anything for the longest time. Brian's had to show me ropes. So, oh, thank you guys so much again for being here. It's always so difficult to say goodbye, but I'm going to call it a night and wish you all a wonderful day or evening, whatever it is where you are, and I hope to see you tomorrow.